This is Toby, and Aaron Fox is with me today, and he's doing me a big favor. Sean's still in Germany, and we're going to be talking about some stuff. You seen any bands lately, Aaron?
Yes, I've seen some bands.
Who did you see?
Let's see. Saw Laser Fire.
Oh, yeah.
I saw This Party Sucks.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be talking about This Party Sucks. That was a good show, huh?
Yeah.
Laser Fire sounded good. This Party Sucks sounded good.
I don't think I saw any other bands.
All right.
Oh, wait. I saw one band. I saw John Motard.
That was fun.
It was a good show. It was a good time.
Well, that was fun. Yeah, we played at the Parlor. That was a good time, and we're going to be playing tomorrow night, which is Monday night with Obnox at Tweedy's. And then me and Aaron's band Yard Work is playing at, what's that, the 16th? At the Stairs at
the Chess Club?
Chess Club. And then we're trying to figure out if we're going to be paying to play. It's Sketchola Fest in Houston coming up. We'll see about this one. But yeah, look at that, Houston folks. We might be there if they don't tell us that we owe them money for the tickets. But I'm going to call down there and see, you know. Otherwise, we're supposed to be selling tickets, but we'll see how this goes. It's called Big Bad Punk Festival in Houston, September 1st and 2nd. All right, it's going to be such a good time. Yeah, and Obnox tomorrow, that just got added. So, yeah. So we're going to get straight to the records then. Aaron picked one, and I picked a bunch, and I'm going to lay them out here. And let's see, we should probably start with the local one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the third single from This Party Sucks. Austin's scummiest, sleaziest scum rock band with Rich Worthless, Slammy Lane, Ian Staller, and Sandwich Sando. Sam, Rich, Amy, and Ian coming once again with 6 songs of scum rock. And what do you got to say about this one, Aaron?
I liked it.
Yeah,
it's good. It's real good. It's got some jams on it. It's fast.
Yeah, man. There's some.
Rich sure can play fast.
Man, oh yeah. Here we go. Here's the 4 badasses in this band, right? So yeah, it's Sam's band. He's been in the band the whole time. I guess Rich has been there a second as long, and then I don't know. Amy's the latest addition. Ian right before her. Anyway, good stuff. Let me see. We've got 5 or 6 songs. It starts off with oh yeah, it's on Cool Purple vinyl. Backstage at the show, Liquor Cabinet, Contemplating. And then on the B side we've got Beer Cans in Your Yard, Rich People, and Fuck Out of Here. And did you have a favorite song? Think of it first. Don't yell it out.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay, let me think of mine. Okay, yes. And on 3, say your favorite song. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Backstage at the show. That was my second favorite song.
It's a jam. It's a good one.
It's a jam. I was going to say Contemplating, and then I was thinking that might be a backhanded compliment because it's almost an instrumental.
Almost an instrumental, but it's so badass.
It is kind of, you
it.
know what? I'm going to agree with Aaron. Contemplating is the best song.
The lyrics are pretty good.
Backstage at the show, though. Yeah, it's pretty kick-ass. And maybe we can, oh yeah, here's some art that comes with it. All right, that's pretty badass. You get the idea. And what kind of good time. They were a good time the other day. That was a good bill with Laser Fire. That's bands you probably wouldn't associate with each other. So let's read some lyrics here. Oh, they included lyrics for, I don't know. This might be all the lyrics on this page. Let's see. I'll read to you. Don't come near us unless you have drugs. Never get in our way. Come to get wasted. Glaze some faces before we go on stage. Backstage Hit the show. B-job from a hoe. Snorting all your coke. No bros, only hoes. Backstage at the show. What? I think I know what that's about. Liquor cabinet, son. Taking your whiskey and rum. All your girlfriends and blunts. You are funding our fun. Beer cans in your yard, bumming cigarettes, pissing on your cars, blunts from Snappy Mart, snorting pills and shit, fist fight at the bar. That's almost like 2 haikus put together. Rich people, moving on my block. Rich people, call the fucking cops. Rich people, make the rent go up. Pretty soon we're gonna have to find another spot. Rich people, fucking suck. I know which part that is. All right, yeah. So I just read all the lyrics. That was awesome. Yeah, man, they've got some good riffs. It's really fast. It's probably the funnest band to see in Austin. Funnest punk band to see. I think they're awesome. I love playing with them. I try to book shows with them as much as possible, and that's awesome. So we're gonna move up to north in the state. What do you want to do next, Aaron? We got Creeping Death, and you know what? We're gonna go with this. All right. Power Trip, live in Seattle, 5/28/2018. What do you think of this one, Aaron?
I liked it. It's good. It's rocking.
Okay, I think, it's such a tragic loss. Riley Gale dying during the pandemic, and I really think that Power Trip was going to be like the big. They already were, like I think they were on their way to being. I mean, look at the crowd in this. So this is in 2018, right, in Seattle, and they've got to pick that big. And I don't know, they just had all the earmarks of being something great, and they were already. And I got to see them right at the end. I saw them in Denver. It was around Thanksgiving, 2019, right before the pandemic started. And it was incredible. And you saw them, right?
Yeah, I saw them here. Probably around that same time period, maybe a year earlier, but yeah, it was good. It was at Mohawk.
Yeah. Who'd they play with? Do you remember?
Damn, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think, you see, the thing is, when the bands I saw them open for High on Fire, and I was stoked. But it was like the High on Fire had all the old people, and Power Trip had like all the kids coming to see him. And I gotta say, there was a higher, even though Power Trip played first, there was more intense excitement during their set, whereas then the stoner jams came on, and it was cool. I love High on Fire. But, I'm really glad I saw that show. And I think if I was gonna recommend a record to someone who is fresh to Power Trip, I might use this as the jump off point to get into Power Trip, because they play a set of really good songs, and the sound is incredible, and they really shined as a live band. And I think this, to me, I don't usually say it about live records, probably sounds better than the studio versions to me. I don't know, it's definitely Riley's voice is a little raw. You can tell he's been on the road, but he also masterfully worked a crowd, and you get a real taste of that. And I'm really glad this record's out, because it really presents Power Trip in their best light. You got anything to add about it?
No, it's a good record, which not all live records are good like that.
Man, this kind of like the Suffocation record that came out last year. It's just a great document to, an era of a band. I don't know how Power Trip, if they'll be back, or in, what context, or if the other guys will come back as another band or as Power Trip. It's definitely going to be impossible to fill Riley Gale's shoes as a singer here. Did you have a favorite song live on here?
Yeah, I mean, it's just my favorite Power Trip song. It's a boring answer, but definitely Executioner's Tax is just such a great song, and it sounds cool to hear it live.
Yeah.
I know it's a boring answer, but it's the true answer.
Yeah, well, I really think that song will go down eventually. I mean, I think it's on par with, like, Ace of Spades or something.
Yeah, it's a classic. Like, it's terrible when you have to dismiss, but like over time, you're gonna look at like what's the most kick-ass like representation of probably a bunch of bands doing similar stuff, and I think you could, pick that song.
Yeah. It's also Firing Squad, Crucifixation is great, Soul Sacrifice. Anyway, excellent album. Everyone should run out and get it. And I want to thank whoever put it out, Southern Lord, and whoever thought to record it at the time, because it's an awesome recording, and they did an awesome job. And so that's from Dallas. Power Trip from Dallas, as Riley says at least 3 or 4 times in that record. Representing Big D, and we're going to go a little north of there with a band I missed that night. Creeping Death opened that bill with Devil Master, and I missed both of them. Power Trip was already on stage. I was visiting a friend who didn't want to drink all night through 4 bands, and I was like, these other 2 might be good, and I regret not going. I wrote a song called if you want to see the opening band, don't bring a date, they're just going to make you late. And it definitely applies to this one. What I didn't see was Creeping Death, and I've seen them since. They opened for Carcass. They played first out of 4, and they're incredible live. And I mean, I obviously bought the shirt and everything, So that's a real spoiler. I dug the album a lot. This sounds great. The album's called Boundless Domain. I have the Creeping Death album that came out before. I like it. This shit is just like Riff City. It's got kick-ass drums. It's got deep, growly-ass sounding vocals. And I gotta say, I think Creeping Death is like the strongest death metal band in Texas right now, and I think that's kind of our hope to go big. I think Frozen Soul is very strong and will probably do real well too, but if I had to pick, my current favorite is Creeping Death. You got anything to say about the album, Boundless Domain?
No, not a whole lot. I thought it was pretty rocking. Definitely pretty scary, giving nightmares. But yeah, it's super rocking.
These guys are super badass. Let me see. Does it have the lineup written down here? Can I see it? I know the drumming is super kick-ass on that. The guitar playing is really good. Is there any bands offhand you would compare them to?
Man, I'm not knowledgeable enough about death metal to really.
You see, that's the thing.
It just ends up reminding me of the only death metal bands I'm familiar with.
It's like Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah, Cannibal Corpse or Napalm Death or something. Or
yeah. I must say more Cannibal Corpse than Napalm Death. But I would love to see them on tour with Cannibal Corpse. Did any songs stick out at you on this one?
No, I can't say I got a favorite on this one.
I'm gonna go with Parthian Shot, Creators Turned into Prey, Looming. I like that song a lot. Intestinal Rap has George Corpse Grinder Fisher. From Cannibal Corpse. So hopefully these guys will be opening for Cannibal Corpse. And let me see if I can read some lyrics to you. Looming doesn't seem that long. So here we go. Oh God, I hope I'm... Looming in the sky, illuminations of the night. 10 days before impact, hysteria spreads, unrelenting storms and tides. Oh, geez. Tenfold. Spewing gas from the core. Watch it all unfold. come cosmic collision, planetary perdition, electric skies, yeah, we're done for. Eruptions at the very core, a molding of two atmospheres, conclusive collision. It's crystal clear, melting from the inside out, scorching, searing hellfire. White hot flames race across the land. Bear witness, the end of time cosmically collide. Remnants on the surface vaporize, slowing down our perceptions of time, crushing consequence of clean slate. Moments before our own demise, looming in the sky, illumination of the night, come cosmic collision, planetary perdition. The gods have thrown us away.
It's pretty tough.
Damn.
A lot to think about.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, so if you like death metal at all, this has a fucking super kick-ass production. Great drumming, great playing, great singing, and it's pretty much straight ahead death metal, and it's got low growly vocals, and I can't wait to see Creeping Death once again. So, where are we going from here? Shit. How about this one? The new Queens of the Stone Age. I don't like that cover. It's dark and I can't really tell what's going. Okay, this cover, I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like the underside of a cow or something, but then it turns into like a space landscape. There, what do you think's going on here? There's like a demon coming out of Boundless
Yeah, I don't
Domain.
know. I thought it was like the reverse of the parting of the Red Sea. It was like a desert coming alive with a demon or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's what I got out of it.
Okay, so and what's going on here?
I don't know.
In Times New Roman by Queens of the Stone Age.
I'm not sure. It's artsy though.
I'm gonna tell you what. What do you think of this album?
Well, I tried to look at it from the perspective of somebody that likes Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
And maybe didn't just like their first two records, but also like some of the other records. And I think if you like Queens of the Stone Age, you're gonna like this record.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got his immediately Toby. It's like the immediately discernible guitar sound, the vocals. Yeah, I you know, that's what I would say.
This record is fine. There's nothing wrong with this record. Did you have any favorite songs?
Yeah, man, I tried to pick a favorite. I think Time and Place is kind of interesting. It's weird. It's got cool time signature shit, disjointed parts kind of going. I thought it was interesting, yeah. Emotion Sickness, I thought it was good. That's the one they had the video for. I think that's the single or something. Yeah, that's the single. Yeah, that one stuck out to me. There are a few songs like that. Let me see. So, okay, here's where I am on Queens of the Stone Age. I really liked them up till I liked Rated R a lot, and I really wore that record out. And I like when Songs of the Deaf came out, I bought it, and I bought it right as I was driving to San Miguel, which is like a 17-hour or 12-hour trip. And I had all these other CDs that I forgot to put in the car. And then I realized that, like, when we were like 30 minutes out of town, that the only CD I had was Songs of the Deaf. Yeah. And so, like, that's all we listened to that whole trip. Well, I really enjoyed it, and I really associated it with that trip. Yeah. And I've not really listened to it since, you know, but I mean, fucking Dave Grohl sounded badass. For me, when Nick quit playing in this band, it lost a lot of thump. I'm a bass player. I think the bass player is good. And I'm not, you know, whatever. Nick's always been nice to me, but he does have a certain thump as a bass player, you know. So I listened less and less. The one after that was called Lullabies to Paralyze. I thought it was okay. Yeah. And then there was one called Era Vulgaris. I've listened to them all once.
Yeah, yeah, and they were all just pretty good, and it's got good riffs and whatever. Yeah, but honestly, I don't know. So, like the song, I think it was Carnivore. I thought kind of sounded like Fits in the Tantrums. Like it's kind of on that like smooth R&B tip in a rock way. I don't know. I'm glad some rock band is getting played, and I like Queens. That was kind of
how I looked at it. I was and what are they supposed to do? They can't continually try to keep making rated R. You know what I mean? It's like he's trying to expand. Like some of the songs
I admire
some of the songs that didn't work for me, I was like, I totally get it. You're trying to entertain yourself. You're trying to do something a little bit off the beaten path, but still kind of poppy in a weird way or something. I got a shit ton of respect for that.
I admire Josh Homme's talent.
He's amazing. Yeah, he's great.
And I mean, there's really not. You can count on one hand like the rockers who are getting that kind of play right now.
Yeah.
There's like Dave Grohl and Jack White and Josh Homme.
If you took me away from music for a year, and then you like took me to a Queens of the Stone Age show, I'd probably think it was the best thing I ever saw. And I mean, there's other bands that you wouldn't feel that way about. But I don't know. Yeah. I tried to be as positive as I could,
Yeah, no, I've gotten to where I think of them as like kind of on par with Foo Fighters now. There's the other song, Paper Machete. It made me think of like Stone Temple Pilots or something. Which is like. It's like now, like at the time, we used to make fun of them in the 90s, and now there's so little rock on the radio that like you love to hear some fucking Soundgarden.
Of course, I'm really I never love to hear Soundgarden, but that's just me. But I'm really picky about rock, and especially like punk rock. And but I try to think of it from someone else's perspective. If you were just like picking up some records, you'd be like, oh, it might anyway.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, nothing wrong with this. It's a nice record. I don't know how much I'm going to listen to it, honestly. I'm definitely going to be listening to Creeping Death more. I just get really excited listening to this. All right, so now we're going to go to Immortal. It's their 10th album, War Against All. And Aaron, how did you feel about this one?
It's weird. I didn't expect to like it, really. I expected it to like it less than the Creeping Death, and I like this record. I especially like the title track. Is fucking rocking. It has everything I like. Repetitive chorus about
war.
It reminded me of hordes of chaos, everyone against everyone. It has that formula. Love with.
Aaron and I used to work in a kitchen, and I had this game that me and my brother made up way back when we were just being obnoxious in the car. And it was, you pick one word from the song, and then when that word comes on, you just sing it full blast, and it's just like an exercise in annoyingness. And so one record that we used to listen to in the kitchen is Creator, Hordes of Chaos. And they just have like 2 minutes of like, chaos! Everyone against everyone! Chaos! And then if one person picks the word chaos and the other person picks the word everyone.
Okay, being everyone sucks. It's too much. It's too much. Let me tell you, you're going to hyperventilate in the kitchen and pass out on the dirty fucking mats.
Yeah, okay, so this band's had some politics, and it's you should, if you want to hear about it, you should go to someone else's site. Basically, I seen this man 10 years ago, and none of the same people who were performing that night are in the band right now. But here's the deal.
I think it's just him and session musicians now or something. Yeah.
But to be fair, the dude, Demonez, however you pronounce that. He's always been in the band and has always been the co-writer. Like, he got tinnitus early on, but he's written the lyrics to every album, even the ones he didn't play on at all. He wrote the lyrics. So like, it's crazy. So this is the second album without a Both singing and playing guitar. And you'd be hard pressed, maybe. I mean, I'm a fucking poser, but like, I've been into fucking Immortal for 10, 12 years. And the level of quality is like maintained, you know? Like, this is even more traditional than what they were doing 2 albums ago. And it's very soundtrack-ish. I really like that about them. It's kind of like creating an eerie vibe. It's very repetitive. Some of the songs just like cut off, you know. They haven't been doing that as much on this. Did you have a favorite song on this?
Yeah, I liked
War Against All.
Yeah, it's a rocker. That was definitely.
That's a totally good one.
I'm sorry, that was the one I couldn't. I tried to pick another one because I didn't want to pick the song, but it's so good.
So good. Yeah, no, it's cool. I like No Sun as well. Return to Cold. So this Blackshear, I looked it up. Not a real place. It only exists in their lyrics. Immortal has lots and lots of songs about it, but it's like a tribe of
I've tried to listen to some
Vikings.
of their earlier records to prepare, you know, and I was surprised. They have. I noticed they did have a lot of
Blackshear. This is called Blackshear My Throne. It's a good song. They have a song just called Immortal. He's had 2 lawsuits in the last 8 years over the name. So he finally wrote the Immortal song called Immortal. He should have just called the album Immortal too. But anyway, this is a great album. I'll listen to it a lot. I'm glad you like it. Cause,
I mean, especially when I was like, I got curious and I was looking into them and everything, and when I found out kind of the situation, I really expected to hate it or something, but it's rocking, man. You can't.
Usually, if I'd read that scenario where like one guy has kicked out everybody and like, but he's got it down. It's weird how like the whole. I mean, let's see, it's their 10th album. They started in like 91 or whatever. Like, the 2 guys just have the concept so well that they can churn one out, you know? It almost reminds me of like book series that have been like, I've read like 20 Wizard of Oz books, you know, and there was a point where Frank Baum died and the illustrator wrote them. And it was like the same goddamn, like, how did you know? You know, how are you able to do this? You know?
Yeah.
Like, somehow they did. Anyway, so, so there's 2 session musicians and Demon Ass on this, and it's great. So I really enjoyed it. And Northern Chaos Gods, their last one, is a strong album too. So, and the Abath album. So it was like kind of a win-win with the Immortal breakup. But good records from all sides. All right, and so Aaron brought one to the table here, and we're going to talk about Coi Leray's new album, Coi. And this isn't very black metal at all. Let's see. Should I talk about this album first?
Sure.
Man, it's full of bangers.
Right? Everybody loves to hate on her. It's good.
Yeah, so there's a lot of, like, I kind of try to stay away from the pop realm, and I mean, she's rap. She's a lot like
it's pretty poppy though.
It's pop rap. What's her name? Who did the song with her? The who did the song? Nicki Minaj. Yeah, she's along the lines of Nicki Minaj. But man, you know, there's a whole run of songs on this CD that if you DJ'd independently would have fucking everybody out on the floor. You know, I mean, there's just, you know, you could, the first time I went through this, I was kind of like overthinking it, like, oh, you know, her message, it could be more empowering. Or, you know, she's using like a whole chorus from a classic song, but you know what? It's old school that way, you know, because that's what they fucking did back in the 80s, 90s, you know. So in the rap that I still listen to, so it starts off with a song called "Bitch Girl." That's straight up Hall and Oates, like "Yo, bitch girl," but it's awesome. And I like that all these songs are like 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
That's
you
the
know,
fucking formula. I mean, a lot of the mumble rappers did that formula, and it works. If you got a really good beat,
yeah,
and you listen to anything, good beat with some fucking cool shit on top, 2 minutes, no problem.
Let's see. Did you have a favorite song on this?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple.
Yeah, I have 3 songs on this that I think are going to be classic.
Okay, let's think.
But
okay,
I have
I want you to think of like the one song you think will be played the most.
Okay,
like,
well, I already know the answer to this because it was the single, and like for me, it existed before the record.
So you're thinking of players?
Yeah, and it's the best.
You know, Girls Are Players too. Totally reminds me, that could be like, if it wasn't for the verses, like the chorus, that could be like MC Light, you know, like 1990.
But that's, for me, that really fucking
totally works, right?
Yeah.
I really like the Get Loud.
Yeah, okay, that one's good. Bops is
awesome.
The number 2 for me, and Bitch Girl is number 3.
Okay, I think the big
But those 3 would totally, for me,
Get
I could
Loud
listen to them every day.
would bring anyone out on the floor. And same with, Bob's, Girls Players too. Oh, yeah.
My Body?
It's My Body.
It's a kind of naughty song, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good, like, pop. That one's pretty poppy, but it's good. I mean, so people hate on her and whatever. I don't know much about it either, but she's been surprising me I only found out about her because of the song she did with Nicki Minaj, which may not even be the first one, Blick Blick, which I really liked.
That song's great too.
Yeah, I was like, I think she's great. Everybody I talked to who had any interest in this kind of shit was like, no, she's terrible. So when the record came out, I expected it to be really bad. And
Did you hear the first album?
I actually, you know what? I haven't heard the first album.
Oh man, yeah, It's My Body. Say, it's my body. I can F who I want to. You just mad because you know it ain't you. It's like, dude, like it's great. All ladies be feeling this one, and if the ladies are feeling it, the guys will be.
I think it's a good record. It's a fun record.
It's a totally fun record.
It's surprisingly solid from front to back. What's the one? There's some songs that aren't my cup of tea. But
Don't Chat Me Up with Riggs. Was that his name? Giggs? The British dude?
Yeah.
And then she starts talking all British with him.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing. I'm not crazy about that, but like Missy Elliott's done that. Does the British accent when you do songs.
Well, the first time through, I was like, is she British? And then she's like East Coast.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
Anyway, there's like, her dad's a famous magazine owner, and who like went to war with Eminem, and like then I see this shit that's like, that's what I don't like about the whole pop world, is you wind up not even talking about the music, because like you're talking about like someone tweeted something, and then like so and so's got beef with so and so, and then I'm watching some interview where they're asking her a bunch of like, when's the first time you had sex or whatever, and it's just like, whatever. I guess that's what fucking Joe Normal people get excited about.
And and she's probably just
but she's worked in the system, right? Like she knows that. Like that's the thing about rap or a lot of pop music that kind of bums. The reality of it is you're selling the personality.
Yeah.
Like people are into celebrity, right?
Yeah.
And that's cool. As long as I mean, it's not that cool. I just really, if you have the songs to back it up, I'll try to ignore all that shit. Is basically what I'm saying.
That's
you know?
kind of where I came in because I didn't think about it too much, and then I was really surprised at how good, even after hearing some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Just the singles and shit. But after hearing Players, I was like, oh, this is great.
That song's classic.
My buddy showed me a video of her like performing it on some sort of like podcast morning show type thing. And so she's doing it live, like whatever, like over whatever, you know, a track, like, but just in the studio, it's just her. And like when she messes up, the way she keeps going, and just it impressed me. She seemed like she was good. It was badass, and it was like charming at the same time, and she's foxy, and you know everything. So I was impressed.
Yeah, as I listen to this album more, I realize there's like at least 5 or 6 songs that are just total bangers that would get everyone out on the floor. So Coi Leray. So Players, Get Loud.
Bops is a good one.
Yeah, those are all good ones. All right, well, Aaron, thank you so much for doing this for me.
I'm happy to be here.
Sean will be back. I had a lot of requests for Darlene to come back. Darlene will come back when Darlene wants to come back, so she's always more than welcome. But thank you, everyone who had nice things to say. It's always good to hear. And we're going to go out on a song, and I will see you probably with Sean in a week or two. All right. Thank you very much. See y'all next time.